No.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ransom and Lisa, and we are here to talk about movies again.
We're doing the movies this week.
Yeah, we're doing them.
Ooh.
From me. What? No, I'm not even going to finish that word. Today we got two movies that we're talking about. We're talking about The Martian, which stars Matt Damon, and also Sicario. I like to say it like Sicario. Yeah. They say it in the beginning. Sicario. It's Spanish for hitman. So which one do you want to talk about first, Lisa?
Do we want to do the bad or the good? Should we start with the good and end with the bad, or start with the bad and end with the good?
Here's the weird part, is that both of these movies are probably going to be rated fresh on Rotten Tomatoes.
I don't care what it's rated on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, I know.
What are our opinions? They don't care. Well, they do.
Let's start with the good.
Okay.
Let's start with the good. So
let's go that way.
We're gonna start with The Martian.
Okay, yay.
So now you know. We both did not like Sicario.
No.
But The Martian is based off of a book, and I'm kind of surprised that, Lisa, you are the most well-read person I know. I thought for sure you would have read this, because everybody I know who reads is just going eight bananas for this movie. I have been hearing nothing but positive things about the book. I wanted to read it, but at the same time, just like, all right, the movie's just around the corner. Do I really want to get into this book and then already know what happens, or do I just want to be surprised? So I decided I was just going to be surprised, and I loved it. What do you think?
I loved it, but at the same time, I understand about the book thing, but sometimes there's movies out there that are displayed from books that I don't want to read because I have a feeling it's going to be a lot of long-winded desert landscape wording, which takes like 5 pages.
Yeah, did you feel like that was the
if
case
it would,
this
that's
movie?
Yeah. That's how it would be in the book. The explanation of everything, what the color of the rock looks like, what the sand was like, what it was like up there, the 2 moons, all of that. I can't handle all the description. In a movie, it's fine. Yeah, but in a book, reading, my mind wanders. Yeah. I just am not able to do it. But the movie was excellent. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was still waiting for an alien to pop out because it's Ridley Scott.
Ridley Scott, yeah.
But, it didn't happen. So just so you know, there's no spoiler there.
Yeah, for you guys who don't know, The Martian is about an astronaut. They are making a mission down to Mars. And in the very opening moments of the movie, they do this whole sequence where he gets left behind. And everybody is leaving because there's a huge sandstorm that happens. He actually gets left behind. And they think that he's dead, and he's not. It's heartbreaking, right? Kind of heartbreaking, but yeah. And it's a story of survival. He has to not only survive on his own based on the rations that they still have there on Mars, but he has to science the hell out of everything. He has to learn how to grow his own food on Mars, and
the cool part is he does it funnily. He makes it fun.
Yeah.
You see moments where he gets sad and discouraged, but then he totally turns it around and makes it fun. And I think that's what made the movie fun. It wasn't boring. It wasn't all sad. Oh my God, how am I going to do this? It was like, you know what? Forget that. Let's make this happen.
You bring up a good point. He was really funny. And has Matt Damon been in a comedy yet?
Dogma.
Well, yeah, Dogma. Yeah. But was his role
The Talented
really,
Mr. Ripley.
I don't really feel like his role was really comedic, right?
It wasn't supposed to be comedic, but I think the fun that he made of it and with it, it totally brought it out better.
He's so funny, though. I would love to see him in just a full-out comedy movie, because he is. He's the best.
Hasn't he been in a love story or something?
Yeah, he's been in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
He's been in a bunch of stuff. Probably some stuff that we're not even thinking about right now. But love this movie. Very scientific. Very, very scientific. One thing that you need to know, when you use NASA in any of your properties, they have to actually approve it, and NASA is in this entire movie. The way that they handle the science portions of this film as well, they make all these really intelligent things easy to follow and easy to understand. And
Definitely.
I liked it. Yeah.
I loved it. So
what would you give it? Score from 1 to 10.
I would give it an 8.5.
8.5? I'm giving it a 9. I love this movie.
What?
I really, really like this movie. So now we're moving to the other side of the spectrum, talking about Sicario, which is Spanish for hitman. This movie also looking like it's going to be fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. I hated it.
I was bored.
I absolutely hated it.
I was totally bored.
And I will tell you why. This movie is such a propaganda. It is just such a political propaganda piece. And it's disrespectful, and it's dangerous, and it's... Oh my God, I left the movie just angry last night.
I left tired.
Yeah.
I was just so tired. I was yawning throughout the whole thing. I was not interested in the characters. They were not making me invest in the characters. Yeah. I was just there to watch it, and I really wanted to leave, but you know, I was just like, you know what, let's just see if it takes a turn, and it just never did.
So the movie is about an FBI agent played by Emily Blunt. She gets brought onto this task force to help stop the cartel, the Mexican cartel. And while she's brought onto this task force, she realizes that they're doing a lot of stuff that's not by the book, and it's really messing with her mind. But the thing that I really hated about this movie is the way that they just portray Hispanics. Now, I am Hispanic, so I took this kind of personal, to be completely honest. Now, I get it. The cartel, they're bad, and they do some really, really awful things. But every Mexican or every Hispanic in this movie is portrayed as a
bad
criminal.
person.
Yeah, there's not that human element like in a movie like last year, American Sniper, where he goes to the Middle East, and then you actually see, they're going after bad people, but they were able to tell a story and show that not everybody in the Middle East is bad. They were showing human elements in that movie, and I think that's why that movie really worked with me. This movie just makes every Mexican look like a criminal, and in this political landscape
or
where we
snitch.
or a snitch, in this political landscape where we do have a viable candidate who might actually win the Republican nomination. He has a lot of supporters who really believe that everybody who's coming over to this country as an immigrant is either a rapist or a criminal. This is just dangerous storytelling, and it's irresponsible. And there's actually a scene in this movie where they're in El Paso, and they can see over the border into Juarez. And this one guy's like, you want to see something really cool? Let's go up to the roof. It's about that time. And they go up to the roof, and you start to see
explosions, fire, guns going off back and forth. There's just this whole display of like a war going on over in Juarez.
They make it seem like it's an everyday thing, like you could set your watch to it. And as somebody who's actually has family in El Paso and has spent an exorbitant who spent a lot of time in El Paso.
Big words don't work well with Ransom.
Yeah, you know what, it's early. But for somebody who's spent a lot of time in El Paso and has family over there, they make it seem like it's an everyday thing, and it's just not. And like I said earlier, I cannot stress this enough. This storytelling is just, it's dangerous, it's irresponsible, and on top of it, it's just not very interesting as well. The characters are just boring.
Yeah, and if you're interested in knowing what it looks like on the inside, because I heard some of it is actually pretty real in reference to the cartel and what goes on with the cartel, you actually might enjoy it. But for me, it's just...
Hated this movie.
I hated it.
Yeah.
I'd give it a -1.
Decent performances, so I'm going to give it a few points for that. But
and Emily Blunt kind of was annoying.
Yeah.
I'm used to her singing.
I'll give it a...
I want her to sing. I wanted her to sing, break out in song.
She was really good in that movie.
Yeah, right?
I'm going to give this movie a 4 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm sticking with a 1. I really did not like this movie at all.